lost and I stalled, pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, focus reflected. Often mirrors a pit, click, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Today we've got a special guest, Mr. Drew Henthorn. He's going to talk about his service where he can give you picks and stuff for the upcoming games, the Super Bowl, and then college, of course, and pro basketball as well. What's up, Drew? Can you hear me?
How we doing, Mr. Clark?
Oh, damn, I'm Mr. now. Shit, I've only known you since you were born now. Mr. Clark, thanks, bro. That makes me feel old as fuck. Thanks. I appreciate it. Hey,
we got some locks this week.
oh,
We've
well,
been putting in some time in the lab.
oh, in the lab, is that what we're calling the lab? You put
The
in
lab.
some time in the lab. I like that.
How we doing in sunny Oklahoma today?
It's a beautiful day, man. I wish I could play some golf. To be honest with you, I would not mind playing a little golf today. But
Happy to take your money. You
know what, bro? You can't even beat Shannon.
that's a good point.
And I can almost beat Shannon. Shannon Henthorn. Well, okay. I'm going to be honest. He's about 7 strokes better than me. So I don't know if that's close, but, we do have some good games with each other.
How is the aftermath after the trade deadline down in OKC?
I like it, but we're not going to see what he does until he actually starts playing. You know what I'm saying? But, we got a great pickup, I think. He's cheap. It's not really that bad. We have plenty of salary cap. But the bottom line is he shoots 40% from 3. Then they added, oh my God, Lindy Waters. They just brought him up because they need another shooter. Can't play.
Lindy can play.
Yeah, he can't guard. He can't guard neither one of us, but he can still shoot the ball. But we do need shooters, so we're gonna see. And he's definitely better than Maladon. I don't know if he can handle the ball as good as Maladon. I think they'll eat him up as far as his ball handling. But he is a shooter, and we do need one. And so, this is what I've said, Drew. I said that the Thunder need a big man, and they need 3 shooters. That's what they need. Some forwards who can go get the ball. And I know you like Williams, and I never did. I mean, I thought he was okay, but he just thinks he's a 3-point shooter, and he's really not. So,
Right. They got what? They got 20, 28, 29 games left this year, but then they got 4 or 5 picks in the draft.
Yep.
2 first rounders or 3 first rounders. I can't remember.
I think it's 2 first rounders. It's just like, I was talking about this pick that we picked up. All we did was move our first round pick from 2023 to 2025, and we gave up a second. Well, hell, we got enough picks in there. I mean, how many guys can you need? But, do you agree with me? No more European players. I mean,
oh no,
I'm done with
only
that.
one per team, right?
Yeah, or 2. Give me a couple because you look at what's his name, Josh Giddey, dude. How do you like his game?
Yeah, he can ball.
I really liked.
He got handles. He can shoot. Got the look.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. And, but my thing, Drew, with him though, is at the end of games he won't shoot the ball. At the end of half, I mean, he'll dribble, and then like 4 seconds left. I'm like, bro. Can't nobody really stop you if you want to go to the hole. You got to you got to have that aggressive mentality. And if if he can go from pass first to shoot first when he drives, he's gonna be a mess. He's gonna be a handful. He ain't quite Luka though.
Sounds like that they added a couple pieces that maybe he got somebody to kick it out to and actually make a shot.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see.
They need to stop being. They need to stop being the under Thunder.
The
Thunder.
under Thunder.
The ball in the bucket.
Hey, you know what though? You said something earlier about what was the over and under for them for this year for wins?
18.5 wins.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts. A lot. I'll be winning money on that.
Yeah, I would. If I'd have bet, I'd be winning money on that too because, I mean, I like Shea Gillis a lot. And somebody's like, why is he still out? I go, why are you going to bring him back? Get him the maximum rest. Don't bring him back at 90%. We're not playing for the playoffs.
Put it in perspective, the worst record ever in the NBA is 11 wins, I think. That's right.
Yeah, that's about
so
right.
They're saying they're only going to win 7 games more than the worst record in the NBA ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, they were not that bad. I mean, we're not that bad. So, but anyway, let's talk about the NBA trade line. What did you think about the Harden-Simmons trade?
I thought Harden faked an injury. But, it just makes you wonder, who's really running the show. Ben Simmons has been sitting out all year, and then he's one of the big pieces in a trade deadline. Just makes you wonder who's pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Well, I talked about I said like this, Daryl Morey, dude, just let him go. You're hurting Embiid, and he is on a roll. If he don't win the MVP this year, something's wrong. He is just absolutely ridiculous. But then again, in the offseason, he can't go back to eating Cheetos and Skittles. Bruh, get in the gym, work out, spend $500,000 on a trainer and a nutritionist and get your butt in shape.
Mm-hmm. Now, Curry was involved in that trade too, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that Doc let his son-in-law and his daughter go with his grandkids. I would assume he would kept him on there, but I mean, you got to give him something. No, they've got to get another shooter back. But don't you agree that James was just done with Kyrie and all this, all this vaccine stuff?
There's a lot of egos on that team between him, Durant, Kyrie. I'm sure he proved last year that he could run a team and not be selfish. Yeah. They had a good squad last year. I think with Kyrie, I think he just saw the writing on the wall. They were going to win anything with half a squad every other game.
But I thought it was funny when Durant's the way he looked when him and LeBron. Well, him and LeBron were picking yesterday.
He needed a clipboard, man, put in front of his face.
He was just like so disgusted, like, bro, if you don't want to play for me, because clearly he was not going to draft him. He was not going to draft him. There was no question about that. I was just laughing my ass off at that. I'm like, wow, bro, that's just hard right there. But you know what? It is what it is. But hey, let's talk about the All-Star game a little bit. Did you like the
pickup game?
Yeah, well, that's all it is. I mean, but it's the best of all the All-Star games.
It is. I agree with that.
NBA All-Star Weekend, the Pro Bowl, the NFL Pro Bowl is a joke, and Major League Baseball tries, but you're not America's pastime anymore. So
I think the Pro Bowl just needs to bring back the old All-Star challenges. Have some cheerleaders out there, and then have the NFL players and doing some skills challenge or something.
Something, because it's not. I mean, they don't tackle, they don't really do anything. They're out there just not trying to get hurt and just collect that check, and that's about it.
So in skills Saturday night, who we got in the dunk contest?
Tell
me Adam Levine. Tell me Levine's in that.
I think he is, Drew. Let me see.
Just trying to look it up here and see if I can get odds on that damn thing. Yeah, I don't think they've got it out there yet.
They don't have it out there.
Got the NBA props here. Let's see here.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they have the NBA. Let me see. And they should have it, but I'm just telling people the NBA All-Star Weekend is just, and I was hoping if Oklahoma City can get enough hotels built, that we would have a great opportunity to get some players. I mean, get the draft, because Oklahoma City would be a great place. All right.
Well, I agree. They had it in Cleveland, so I mean, a couple years ago. So that should tell you something right there. I mean,
okay,
here you go. All-Star game.
Here you go. Toscano Anderson, Jalen Green, Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony.
Wow. All right, a little Tar Heel flavor. I like it.
Oh, man, why do you have to throw the Tar? Everything ain't about the damn Tar Heels. Everything ain't about the Tar Heels, homie. Jesus.
Share the love.
Oh, my God.
Cole Anthony, he might win a hell. He don't go but about 6'1".
Bro, I'm so over you and this damn. You and this damn.
Very tall. I like Obi, though.
You like Obi, do you?
Obi.
Hey, okay, so now.
He can jump. He was good at Dayton, too. He had a good tournament. I haven't seen him since, though.
Yeah, he did. What do you think about the starting five with Trey and Wiggins, and Durant and Bron didn't want either one of them? Do you think they're looking at it like they don't belong? That's exactly that's what they were saying. But the NBA starting five is nothing but a fan voting contest. That's all it is. But you could tell that they didn't think a lot of Wiggins, nor did they think a lot of Trey, either one.
Wiggins was almost like a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah, he's played so much better than what he did at at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Well, he got shooters all around him now. He's basically not getting double covered anymore.
And all he's doing is shooting wide open shots. I'm like, God dang, man. Will somebody go guard this guy? But oh, wait a minute, I got Steph over here to guard. I got Clay over here to guard. So
right.
But anyway,
Golden State's gonna be interesting in the playoffs. I wouldn't look past them. They're kind of a dark horse to get in that finals.
Yeah, you think? I agree with that a little bit. Now, Phoenix, man, they look like a team on a mission, considering what happened to them last year. They look like they really, really are gifted or ready to win some games. That's what it looks like to me for Phoenix.
Yeah, they're tough. CP3's on a mission to get one finally.
Hey, what do you think is better? He needs a chip. What do you think would be better, going to the Waste Management or going to a Phoenix finals game?
I'm going to take the Waste Management on Friday. Today's the day to be at the Waste Management.
Yes,
they said they're getting in line out there at 4 o'clock in the morning for those grandstand seats.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I've got a bunch of friends that are out there, and I had some from my friends that are girls. They went out there, and I'm like, the hell y'all going out to the Waste Management for? Oh, wait a minute, to have a good time. So
yeah,
that's why you're going out there.
J-Dub's out there today.
Oh, Lord, help us. Well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Trish. Did you ask Trish? And she said, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to go.
I know you and Chad definitely aren't allowed to go. That's for sure.
Nope.
You know what? Nope. You know what you should do? It's me, you, Randy, and Chad should go once Randy Wright's hips once he gets healed. That'd be a trip for us, don't you think?
We just need to spend the whole week out there, catch an NBA game, do the Super Bowl, do a little Waste Management. That'd be a good trip.
Oh my God. Bring the Advil is what you're trying to say.
Might need an
IV. Or several.
Speaking of that, who's winning right now? I haven't been able to watch it.
I looked at it a little bit earlier.
Did they finish out last night already?
They finished out, and then I watched a little bit of Rom hit, and then Justin Thomas. I watched him a little bit. Spieth is doing what Spieth does, but Justin Thomas can't seem to make putts for whatever reason. And Matsuyama's doing well, and I really like him. I really like his game a lot. But if you got to give me one, I think Brooks or Rahm are probably going to be the two favorites going down the stretch to actually win it.
Mm-hmm.
If I actually had to, guess or pick or whatever, I would probably take one of those two guys for sure. But anyway, now let's talk about the Big 12. Well, let's wait a minute. Before we do that, I made a thing. I talked the other day, and I talked about how Oklahoma City had Harden, Durant, and Westbrook at one time. And then we talked about
Andy Baca.
Yeah, Andy Baca. And I talked about how this what's happened to all three of them. Durant's in year 15, really 14, because he missed, all of last or year before last. And then Harden and Westbrook are in 14, 13. So I looked at that and I was like, man, Westbrook is fading because of his athleticism, and Harden is fading because of his athleticism. Because James would come in out of weight all the time and play himself in shape. And now at 30, 33 or 34 or whatever, you can't do that.
Yeah, I think we come in at 19, right? Both him and Westbrook both came in after their freshman years, right?
Yes.
Or did Westbrook go 2 years at UCLA?
I think he went 2 years. I know that Harden went one, but we went Durant, Westbrook, Harden. And then we went Ibaka. Then we get Ibaka the next year, I think.
The next year.
Yeah. Yep. But like I was telling everybody, they're like mad at Kevin. I said, why are you mad at Kevin? The Thunder picked Westbrook over Durant. And Durant's like, I'm the second best player in the league, and you're going to pick this guy over me? Okay, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm not going to win with this guy. So, and it's just like I was talking about Westbrook, that how, everybody's saying or believing what I've always said, except our boy Shannon. Your nephew Shannon Henthorn is he if you say anything about Westbrook, he ain't believing nothing. Okay, he's got his blinders on, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
But like I told him all along, I said Westbrook is a turnover machine. He's getting triple doubles, but he shoots horrible percentage. It's like Patrick Beverly that time he had 42 on Houston, and Patrick Beverly goes, "Bro, you had 40 shots." He goes, "Hell, I get 42 on 40 shots." And now people are starting to go, "Wow, he can't shoot. He's a turnover machine." And Drew, this is one thing I found out the other day. Do you know in 12 of his 13 years, he's either led the league in turnovers or was second?
Wow.
Yeah, 6 years he led the league, and 6 years he was second.
At least he's consistent.
Yes, consistently bad. Now, what do you think? What do you think about Harden?
Yeah, I was really surprised the Lakers didn't move him at the draft. They tried to trade him for a guy that's not even playing.
Yeah,
I mean, John Wall. I was
kind
of surprised. I mean,
that was strictly move that contract.
Mm-hmm. It's basically they're just throwing in the towel, saying we'll just take a guy that can't walk and we'll be all right. I guess.
I mean, it's bad when Austin Reeves, who can't guard, who can't play, and it's just like when the Lakers are playing Clippers. When Reggie Jackson goes, oh, I've got Austin Reed and Westbrook both trying to guard me. Oh, let me do a spin move and split them and shoot a layup and win the game. I was like, dude, Austin Reeves can't guard me, bro? But hey, right. He's on a team where he's getting some minutes and he's this. Hey, speaking of Duke, your boy, man, your boy Grayson Allen, man. How is he still in the league, Drew?
I don't know. He must have pictures of somebody.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? What he did to Alex Caruso, and he's still in the. I mean, he got one game after that. One game, really?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't understand that at all. I saw that. I'm like, man, you're stupid. That's
of course, I got no love for Duke, so I'm coming from biased.
Well, I mean, I don't really care, but it's just like I don't care where you're from. If you can play, you can play, and if you're dirty, you're dirty. And Chris Paul is dirty, but he's not, I'm going to hurt you dirty. He's dirty as in, I'm going to take a little cheap shot on you here and there, but he's not going to have you up in the air and just swipe down and then laugh about it, afterwards, after you broke your hand. But someone has said that anytime somebody gets a foul like that, they should sit out as many games as the person who's hurt. What do you think about that?
Yep. I would agree with that.
Okay. All right.
Maybe longer. I mean, sometimes those injuries will linger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100. So
maybe that's just some sort of NBA committee where they put a bunch of players together, and those guys are the ones decide the punishment. But then you'd have players that want people not to make the playoffs, probably.
Hey, I know, but hey, what do you think about your Lakers, man, thus far? What are their chances?
Lakers, I thought they were our
No.
Lakers.
Until Zero leaves, they are your Lakers. As long as Zero's there.
So as of the other night, now they have 38 different starting lineups this year.
38?
So I guess that, yeah. So I guess the Stephen A. Smiths of the world were right in saying that injuries and age and Father Time is undefeated because
it is.
Those guys can't stay healthy.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny that Randy was laughing at me because we were talking about the Lakers. He goes, well, I don't want to hear, you wore your Laker stuff with your Laker, shoes. I go, first of all, those are custom AF1 Laker shoes. Jamal Silk Wilk. So they're just not regular tennis shoes, bro. First off.
Right. And he don't have any shoe game. My buddy from Jay's, he don't ever wear them.
Hey, don't crack on him, man. He ain't here to defend himself, man. Don't crack on our boy Randy, right? Don't crack on him, man. We
gotta wear socks first of all to be able to wear tennis shoes. So,
you are wrong. He's gonna get you for that, bro. You know that. He's gonna be on you about that. You know that. But anyway, hey, do you want to do the locks for the NBA now, or do you want to do it at the end with the Super Bowl and the Big 12 and all that?
I got a couple games I'm looking at tonight.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So the first one here, let me get to the board here. So the first one that I was looking at.
Okay, well, first of all, wait, Drew. First of all, how can people reach you, and what do you need? How do you have this on the internet, or do they text you or whatever?
Give
us some info.
www.HuskerDrewsLocks. That's HuskerDrewsLocks.com.
Hey, aren't you glad that that OU's not playing in the Nebraska anymore? So maybe you'll get some love.
Hey, we got them in September in Lincoln this year. This is the last one.
The question is, do you want them?
Probably now. I mean, who's playing quarterback for him?
The kid out of
Division III transfer.
No, the kid out of Central Florida.
Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Give your picks.
We'll just stay with a little OKC flavor. You can't spell thunder without the under in the game against the 76ers. You got to figure the 76ers new lineup shuffling around. OKC coming off a couple of day break. You probably under 206 to me is all day. Thunder probably score 85 to 88 points. Philly's not going to try to kill themselves. First game, it was new lineup, so that'd be my first NBA pick. The second one, for the players out there. Love the Utah Jazz minus 13.5 in the altitude against the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magics are absolutely terrible. Missing 3 players tonight. They got some COVID scare, I'm guessing, and sitting at 13-43. And the Jazz on a Friday night, that place is going to be hyped. So
it's crazy there.
I'll take Utah and minus the 13.5. So pretty light slate tonight in the NBA for a Friday night. You got the Lakers and the Warriors playing tomorrow night. I'll be all over the Warriors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are they giving? What are they giving?
It's not out yet, but I would say probably every bit of 8 or 9.
So you're gonna take the Thunder? You're gonna take the Warriors in the over and the points, or just gonna take?
Just hook them all, hook everything. The Warriors, the over, the hook, and. But yeah, can't spell under without thunder. So.
Oh man, I love that. All right, well, hold on 1 second.
206.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be right back to go to talk about the second half of the show, which will be the Big 12 and the Super Bowl. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. Okay, brother, we're back. Are you there, Drew?
All right, I'm here.
All right, cool. Let's talk about the Big 12 and Texas beat KU the other night, man.
Boy, they did. I think KU had a little hangover from the Baylor game.
Yeah, you would think, huh? Man, I tell you what, when we're looking at March Madness coming up, I like KU. I like Tech. I like Baylor, and I'm liking Texas more and more. To be honest with you. As that those top 4 right there, I'm liking Texas more and more.
Yeah, don't forget about Iowa State in there either. They'll be tough in the Big 12 tournament up in Kansas City. They always are. They'll fill the stadium.
Well, it's close to home. You're going up for the Big 12, aren't you?
I am. I'm going in pure protest.
Pure protest, huh?
I'm going to be wearing my Pistol Pete gear, sitting about 6 rows off the floor, and just find the Big 12 commissioner and yell and scream.
Yeah, that's just a travesty, man, that OSU's not going to the Big 12 tournament. That is just well, we're not going to get on the NCAA because it's just too easy. But anyway, we got Texas at Baylor. What do you think about that this weekend?
Texas, it's at Baylor, right?
Yes, at Baylor.
Well, you got that game there, that's important for Baylor to stay in one of those top 2-3 seeds for the tournament. They, coming off that loss at KU, they didn't look good at all.
No, they did not.
That's a big coming back home. Hopefully they can heal up. But I'm kind of with you. Texas have been playing pretty well lately. They're big, long, and that kind of seems to be Baylor's hiccup. They don't really have that inside game. They got guards that can shoot, but their inside game struggling a little bit this year.
Yeah, they're missing the guys that they lost last year. They need more of those guys. They had some ballers, but they were all seniors too, juniors and seniors. So he had a I don't know if you want to call them old, but definitely a veteran team last year, which made them clearly the best team in the NCAA last year from start to finish, really.
Right, and they'll be tough once tournament kicks on. Drew's a good coach in the tournament.
Yeah, he is. What about OU at KU?
KU big.
Yeah,
I think OU probably had their win for the week against Texas Tech, which just kind of surprised me.
Yeah, I lost that one.
I really thought Tech would go in there and beat them, but But that being said, OU always plays pretty well up there in Lawrence for whatever reason.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah. It's kind of like the way Kansas comes to Oklahoma State. No matter how good they are, they just don't play well in Gallagher-Iba.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy record there coming in there.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, how about West Virginia coming to our home spot? Play the Cowboys.
Okie State has been tough at home especially on the weekends.
Yeah.
What time's that game start?
I didn't check. I'm pissed off because I couldn't go. I got mad. I want to say it's 3:00 for some reason.
You got to be able to go and get some cheese fries and a couple Joe's cups.
Man.
Yes,
indeed.
That has a lot to do with it. Let me see what time we got.
Well, because I was like I tell people
1:00.
Yeah, for sure. I know for some reason that's why I have it blocked because I've got to work to the gym, so I know I couldn't go, so I was all pissed off about that. But next weekend, Drew, is the alumni weekend where all the basketball players will be coming back to Stilly next weekend. So that's going to be a big deal for us.
They are playing, let's see, who are they playing? They're playing K-State. They should be able to get a win on alumni weekend.
It's going to be a good weekend. We're going on Friday night, and I was talking to, who was I talking to? Oh, Chuck. Davis Chuck. I was like, hey, they're going to have a free open bar. He goes, bro, they ain't had an open bar in a minute.
So since you and Rutherford shut it down.
Yeah, hey, the last open bar we had an open bar at Joe's, Drew.
Rutherford drank them out of rum, and you drank them out of Crown.
Oh, dude, but no, they had an open bar at Joe's. So they were like, yeah, we're not doing that. Big Country was doing a lot too. Don't hold it back on the young fellas. The old guys. The young fellas was doing work, but you know how Rutherford is. I can't seem to catch up with my boy. I got to see him, but in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have RW on, and we're gonna go play some golf, and then we're gonna.
Where is Mr. McQuarters these days?
He's in Tulsa. He's got a landscaping service, and he's doing yard work and stuff like that, doing really good. And he got inducted into the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. So we're gonna talk. I thought that was really cool of them to do that and recognize him. So he's going into the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. So he's gonna come on live with me, and we're gonna do a live remote somewhere so he can do that. Our next up is TCU at Tech, and TCU has been really surprising me, Drew. They're 16-5 and 5-4 in the Big 12.
Yeah, I thought that was a misprint when I saw that. I guess I just been out of the loop with those guys, but I did watch that when they beat OU there by one, and I tell you what, that old Jamie, he brought that defense over.
He really has. It's taken him a few years.
That pit rough style defense. I tell you what, you get in a fight with him in a phone booth down there.
Yeah, and boy, I hate their gym. Have you been down there? I freaking hate their gym. It looks like it's a round bowl looking arena. It's not like the Drum. The Drum is round, but the Drum is fantastic. Texas, the Drum is amazing. But TCU looking at it like, man, this is. I don't get this gym, but. He's got them rocking and playing down there. It's not as bad.
I think they're 8th in the country in rebounding.
Yeah.
They don't shoot. They can't throw it in the ocean, but they can go rebound it.
Well, but you know what? If you're playing defense, you're getting turnovers and you're shooting layups, right. You ain't got to worry about shooting threes.
Right.
K-State at Iowa State, brother.
Well, I like Iowa State there. I don't ever bet against Iowa State names.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter, it'd be cold. Not for me.
Well,
those guys, Iowa State rolls in that game. K-State pot luck beating Oklahoma State the other night. Kid hadn't made a shot since Christmas. Hadn't made a shot since Christmas and hits a 3 at the buzzer.
That is true, but you know what? That's how it goes, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a missed free throw here. It's a missed assignment on defense there. It's, not hitting an open guy on a wide open layup and you throw it too far or whatever. Like I tell people, when you lose games at the end, it's a shot at the end, but it's 2 or 3 plays that you should have made that you didn't make, or the difference that kept that team in the game, allowing you the chance to lose. And do you know that Iowa State and Nebraska are the only two places I never won at in the Big 12?
You never won at the Devaney Center?
Never won there. Never won there.
Well, I know you went into the stands after some old boy.
But why you got? Why you bringing that up, man? That's not why you. Why are you bringing that up, man? That may or may not have happened. I don't remember that. That was in the 80s, so I don't really remember the 80s.
I was listening to it on a little box radio.
That's cold, man. How you gonna bring that up, bro? It's also because I should have been the player of the year that year too, and your boy Stefanovic took me out on a dirty play, but I should have won the player of the year that year. Okay, Oklahoma State versus Big Monday.
Big Monday.
KU.
Who we got?
Who was that? KU versus.
Let me pull it up here. Big Monday.
I had it down. I can't read my writing.
Okie State.
Yes, O State at KU. That's what it is. O State at KU. Boy, Big Monday.
You got to figure out. I don't know what the line is, but I would say the early line's probably 11 and a half, maybe. Over under probably sits 141, 142. Those games are usually pretty tight, but boy, it just depends what OSU team shows up.
Yeah, but you know what, Drew? don't you feel sorry for them? I mean, these guys. I mean, it's
I
like
don't see how they get motivated to play at all. I mean,
well, Coach B
the
is
younger guys I can see, but your seniors, your guards and your
they're not
of the
going
team.
anywhere.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, what's so bad? Coach B talks about them being selfish. Well, hell yeah, they're selfish. All they can do is create. All they're trying to do is build their stats. I mean, what else are they going to do? You're not going anywhere. You're not going to any postseason anything. So it's hard to play as a team when you're trying to be selfish right now because the only thing you got to live for is your future as an individual. Going to the next level, whether it's the NBA or G League or overseas somewhere. Hey, what do you think about Isaac Likely having the opportunity to come back? I say no.
Boy, I mean, is he going pro? I mean,
he can't shoot.
I don't know. Does he? Yeah, I mean,
excuse me, he won't shoot.
Well, I mean, if he would have played the whole year, like if he'd have started from the first year and played this whole year, then I would say no. Mm-hmm. But being that, I mean, he may want to play in a tournament again. He may want to play in the Big 12 tournament again, right?
Well, but the problem is we can't play next year either.
Not in the Big 12 either?
We have a 2-year ban, I believe.
Wow, I just thought it was for this year.
Oh, that was 2-year ban.
I don't see why you'd come back. I think if that's the case, they're gonna struggle even holding a class together. Right?
Yeah. I think it's a 2-year ban. I have to go back and check it, but I thought it was a 2-year ban, not a 1-year ban on there, which is just really frustrating. It's going to be hard to recruit players.
I'm gonna be louder than I was gonna be now.
I don't know if that's possible, is it, brother?
Hey, Randy won't want to sit next to me.
Oh, he don't care. He'll probably be egging you on, or just as pissed off as you are. When I'm looking at this Big 12, KU at 8-2, Baylor at 8-3, Texas at 7-4, Tech at 7-4, TCU at 5-4. I mean, of those 4 or 5 teams, I'm really not going to count TCU in that group. Okay, I'm just going to do those 4. Who do you think is likely in your March Madness pre March Madness bracket? Of those 4, how far do you have KU going? First of all,
boy, I think they're a Final Four team. I think they, depending on their draw, and they usually get a pretty favorable draw. I'm not sure where the where the Midwest final is.
No, I don't. But it's going to be
second round.
But also, they got to win the Big 12 in order to have a chance to really get a good seeding, don't you think?
So they're sitting at 19-4, 11-1 in conference, and 8-2, 8-2 in conference, 11-1 at home.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, if you figure if they make it to the Big 12 championship game, they're probably a 1, if not a 2 seed.
Yeah, at least that probably.
They got a chance at a 1 seed.
What about Baylor?
But I like I said, we were talking earlier. I think Baylor they could be a sneaky. They could get a 3 somewhere, and I guarantee you don't want to play Baylor. Get to the grade 8. No,
that Sweet 16 game is going to be tough.
I mean, the ACC is trash. Big Ten's got some pretty good teams in there, so you got to figure they're going to probably.
Dude, how do they have Purdue so high? I don't see it. I mean, they're big, but they're good during the season, but in the tournament they never ever really go past the 16.
Yeah, and they didn't they get throttled last night? I watched a little bit of that against Michigan.
I mean, that's the team that scares me in the Big 12 is Michigan. I mean, they got some players, man, and Juwan Howard's got them rolling. And their women are rolling too right now as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about Texas?
Yeah, I mean, but those top 4, you got to figure TCU gets in the tournament. I mean, they're 16-5, 9-3 in conference, but it's crazy is OU's 14-10, and then 4-7.
Yeah, which is crazy, isn't it?
So
because they beat Florida, and then Florida beat Oklahoma State, but OU beat Florida.
Mm-hmm. So TCU's got left. They still got to play Baylor.
Yep.
They got a tough run. They got KU twice.
They have
Baylor,
at Tech this weekend.
Tech and Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might not win 20 games.
They may not win 20 games. Right not with that schedule, because those other guys got to get wins in order to get favorable seedings, higher seedings, because you don't want to be less than a 2 or a 3 for sure to get some favorable seeding as far as early games. Now, at the end, you're going to have to play somebody in the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, which is fine. But, those first 2 games, you want something, a little easier schedule to get you past that first weekend for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't draw the Tar Heels at an 11 seed right there.
Oh, there you go, man. Okay, so let's talk. Let's go ahead and talk about your beloved Tar Heels, and then let's just talk about it right now. What do you think about it?
Oh man, it's been a struggle, but Hubert's first year, I kind of figured that would happen. They're kind of transitioning from a back to the basket, post team rebounders to now he's trying to do stretch fours and one guy in, and Baycott's not the most nimble guy, so I'm sure that.
And of course, you got your boy from OU to transfer there, which.
And he's balling.
Yeah.
Hell, the other night against Duke, he's the only one that makes a shot.
Yeah. Well, when you're there, it makes it a little easier playing in the easier conference. Because in the Big 12,
Caleb Love needs to stay in school.
He's not gonna. You know that.
I know it. And that's a mistake, I think.
Yeah. But you know what? Hopefully,
I saw Lenardi's bracket, and they got Carolina as an 11.
Wow.
Right now, so we'll see.
That's pretty high, don't you think? Should they be a little bit lower than that?
Well, they got a chance.
I mean, a higher seed. I'm sorry, a higher seed, like 9 or 10.
Their schedule plays out pretty good for them the rest of the year, to where I think that as long as they win a couple games in the tournament, I think they'll be all right. I think their ceiling's probably a 7.
Yeah, they need to probably, if they make it to the finals of the ACC tournament, that might get them what they needed to be. You think? And
they could, because the ACC is a joke this year. There's only one team in the top 25.
Dude, what about Auburn? Oh my God, dude! They're big. They're long.
They stole my guy too, Kessler. If Kessler should stay to Carolina.
Yeah, come on. But dude, they're long. They're athletic. They can shoot. They're physical. Mm-hmm. They remind me a lot of Baylor last year. They guards are coast to coast.
I'd agree with that.
Their guards can score. They've got some big guys. They can take you off the dribble. They can knock down the shots. Big boys are rebounding. I mean, man, that's going to be a tough out for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
What about Gonzaga?
And they've just kind of been sleeping. Everybody's kind of sleeping on Gonzaga right now.
I sleep on them. I've slept on them every year. And I'm going to continue to go, I'm going to sleep on them, okay, bro? Because they are great during the season. But when they play against competition and they have those 4 or 5 games in a row where they're actually playing somebody, they can't maintain it. They just can't.
And don't be surprised if they get a 1, they throw KU in there with them somewhere.
Oh, well, that'll be good. KU will take them apart.
Mm-hmm, I think so, too.
I mean, I'm sorry, but, Gonzaga, they're a great little story, but all their players are based on their scheme in college. They get to the NBA, they can't guard. No, and you look at them last year, these guys, what's the guy's name in Washington, the Wizards or whatever? He can't guard me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how the hell are you in the league, dude? You can't play defense. You can shoot here and there. I'm sorry, dude. If you can't, the problem is in the league, you can get in there, you can be a great story. But if you can't defend out on the perimeter, and you 6'7", which everybody, the most athletic players except for Ja, who is,
crazy.
I don't even know how you describe him, Drew.
He's in a whole different category right now. That guy he's balling.
Dude, he is ridiculous. You see that dunk he had the other night? I was like, oh my God.
Did you see where he pinned old boy shot in the Lakers up against the glass with both hands?
Two-handed. Not one hand. Two-handed at the top of the square.
Oh boy. Well, the key is how long is Memphis going to be able to keep him?
He's gonna remember you after his second contract. He's gonna stay because that's where he's gonna make his most money is this next contract. This coming.
Right.
It's the contract after that they did. But you remember, I don't know if you know this, they were on a 5-game winning streak when he was hurt. The Thunder go into Memphis for his first game back. We beat them at Memphis. They boo him, Drew.
Oh.
They booed him. And he's like looking around like, are y'all are booing me? Are you kidding me now?
I'm not Westbrook. Don't boo me.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you serious right now? Y'all are booing this guy? Wow. I mean, that is just idiotic, dude.
Well, that's why I was saying, maybe Memphis might have the money to keep him, but does he want to stay? I mean, he might take a little less money to go play somewhere to have a chance to win it.
Yeah, I agree 100, man. But you know what, though? I mean, a lot of people don't like the NBA or whatever. They, whatever, political BS that they want to throw out there. But I'm like, dude, these guys and the way they play and what they do is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
I tell you, there's a place off the 405 out in Inglewood. We'd love to have him.
Yeah. Well, they may get him. They may get him. You know? But of course, that's
I'll give
what.
you Westbrook, Monk, and LeBron. I'll take Ja.
Well, LeBron's going to go. He's going to leave after this year, and whoever drafts his son, that's where he's going to go play at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wherever Bronny goes, that's actually it's 2 years. And then Bronny a senior this year, right?
Yeah, he's a senior this year.
So next year will be his freshman year. So that year after that,
you got to figure he goes to Duke, and then he leaves.
Well, Krzyzewski's gone. Coach K is gone.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know if he'll necessarily go to Duke. He might go play for Coach Cal.
Yeah.
You know, Cal, Coach Cal is like, look, all I need y'all to do is learn how to play defense. I hope you can score because I'm going to get you ready for the league. And that's what he does. He gets his players ready for the next level. That's what he does.
I'm not hating on Cal. I'd love to play for Cal. He'd fit my game perfectly.
Oh. Yeah, we know somebody who likes to shoot today in basketball. Yeah, we already know, bro. Hey, the guy who's never met a shot he did not like, did not take. All right, brother, now let's get to the Super Bowl. Let me tell you what, give me your stuff on the Super Bowl that I'm not going to watch.
So, again, HuskerDrewLocks.com.
Husker Drew Locks.
Here. So I got a couple here. First one that I really like, the Rams first quarter action. You get minus a half a point. Rams in the first quarter. You got to figure they get 2 possessions. All they got to get's a field goal there. And I don't really see Burrow moving the ball too much early in the game. He struggled in the first half for all 3 playoff games.
Yeah.
And I think they've only scored 17 points in the first half with all 3 playoff games combined. So I like the Rams in the first quarter minus the half point. Obviously, I'm going to take the Rams in the game minus the 4, and I'm going to play the over. Over sitting right now at 48.5. The Rams, you get the home field advantage. That front 4 is just terrorizing, and they had Vaughn, and Burrow. I think he's good. I think he's a great story. But they gave up 9 sacks against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, they gave up none against the Chiefs, which was surprising.
Yeah, so I know it's a great story, but all the cards seem to be favoring the Rams. The over 48.5. I look for the Rams to get up early. And I think the Bengals will score. I've got it sitting right now, 34-23, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think the Rams tack one on late, 27-23 going into the 4th. Tack a touchdown on late, cover spread, get the over for all the guys with the hook. And then I'll give you one here kind of off the board. If you go to the player props here, you can go down and you can play the Joel Embiid points, rebounds, and assists greater than the Rams and the Bengals points combined.
Really?
And Embiid is playing the Cleveland Cavaliers on Super Bowl Sunday at 2:00. So you got Embiid would have to score, let's say, 48.5 points is your over-under. Let's say that the Rams and the Bengals put 50 on the board. So Embiid, let's say, he gets his average at 28, puts 15 rebounds and 8 assists. There you are.
Yeah, well, I think he's gonna get his average, but that Darius Garland kid ain't bad, man, for Cleveland, man. He's not bad, Drew.
And Cleveland likes to go up and down the floor, so you got to figure it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, they do, and they've got some guys.
It's going to be the only game in town. They're the only game on that day, and he's going to have the national audience. So I look for Embiid to show out. I'd take the over in the Embiid, more points than the Rams and the Bengals combined.
Wow. That's
more points, rebounds, and assists.
All right, let's go. I'll be interested to see that one. All right, bro. Drew, tell the family I said, tell Trish hello, get a baby some love for me.
Will do. Much love to you, man.
I appreciate you. And I'll see you every Friday, brother. We'll be doing this every Friday.
HuskerDrewLocks.com. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe.
All right, bro. Later. Bye.
Later.
Once again, thank you everybody for joining the show today, the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark, and I have my boy Drew Henthorn on for HuskerDrewLocks.com is his betting thing where you can go in and get your locks and do all that, and that's my boy, and he's doing really, really well. So, but anyway, you guys, everybody be safe. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Peace out. Thank you for watching the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark.